Konnichiwa. Okay, so let's talk about this brand new microphone from Shure. This is called MV7. So as you may know, like Shure produces one of the top microphone for podcasters, but with this microphone, this actually produce really good quality sound, but also good price point as well. So I kind of wanted to talk about the feature and what I like about, what I don't like about. Let's dive in. Okay, let's check the what's in the box. So if you open the box, as you can see, first of all, you're gonna find the paper and of course microphone itself. As for the accessories, you're gonna get micro USB to USB type A cable, but also micro USB to USB type C cable. So out of the box, pretty much you can use for whatever computer you have. So for design, is, I think it's pretty nice. So this microphone is made out of metal, so it's really sturdy and I like the feel of it. I think the engineering is pretty well done, and you can actually take off this wind muff, so inside it looks like just like this. You also have like a touch button, so you can actually mute and change the volume, and you can change the microphone mode or like headphone mode. What's nice about this is because this is not mechanical switch, so whenever you touch it, you don't really notice the sound. For example, I'm gonna keep talking while I'm pressing the mute button. So this is a test, 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 this is a test. So as you can hear, I believe you didn't hear anything like, that kind of weird sound. I think this implementation of the control is pretty smart, I think, and I've been loving this feature. So on the back, you're gonna get micro USB, but also headphone jack, and interestingly, XLR cable as well. So one of the big feature of this microphone is you can use either USB or XLR microphone. So if you don't have like a fancy like a mixers and stuff like that, you can actually just plug micro USB into your computer, and this one is going to be powered by your computer, so that this actually can just immediately work as your main audio. So I think this is very handy, but if you want to have a better control, you can of course use XLR to this microphone. In that sense, you can also connect this one to camera if your camera supports XLR input. So it's kind of nice to have that flexibility. If you want to upgrade in the future, you can actually go to the XLR route. Okay, so let's talk about sound test. I think it's better for you to be a judge to this sound quality. So like I'm gonna do a couple of tests from now so that you can see like if you like it or not. All right. So first of all, I want to test 300-degree sound picking test. Now I'm here. It's like maybe 3-4 inches away from the microphone, and this is probably the best case scenario. But what if I go to the other side? So this is a test. So I'm gonna keep talking like this, and then I'm not gonna change the talking volume. This is a test. This must sound a little bit different, so I'm coming front of it, so I think it's much bigger. I think it's much clearer. So this is what happens when you actually move around the microphone. So I think this is a good test for you to determine like if this is good for your use cases. Okay, second test is keyboard typing sound test. I think this one can be used for like maybe streamer, but also podcaster, but you can also use it for work too, right? And when you type, let's see if this one can actually pick up. So I'm gonna use M1 MacBook Pro. So the keyboard profile is a little thinner, so it doesn't sound as quite big as like mechanical keyboard. So let's see like if you can actually hear the typing sound. All right, I'm just typing like normal, like not even like a strongly punching. But how does it sound? I believe you can actually hear some of the sound, but is it like bearable, or like what do you think? Let me know down in the comment. To me, like this is totally fine for me, but yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, next, proximity test. So I'm gonna talk to very, very close, but also maybe 3-4 inches away. But also I'm gonna be like maybe away like 1 meter away. So like let's see like how volume actually changes based on your proximity to the microphone. Okay, so how does it sound? I am basically touching the microphone right next to it. I believe it's picking up my voice very, very like clearly. Some microphone actually handles really badly when you actually speak to the microphone very closely. So I wanted to see like if this microphone can handle well. I want to hear your opinion as well. Okay, let's pull away maybe 3 inches. How does it sound? So this is like maybe 10 centimeter, 12 centimeter. I think this is the how I use it, but let me know how does it sound. So what about going away from the microphone? So this is like 50 centimeter, and this is I think a little bit far, but I don't know. Let me know down a comment. Okay, so this is maybe 1 meter. This is kind of far away. What do you think? Is it picking the sound well? I hope so, but yeah, let me know. Okay, so next, let's talk about app. So this one actually has an app for both Windows and Mac. So let's see what you can actually do with the app. So as you can see, this is the app. So you have like 2 settings. So like auto level and manual. So let's start from the auto. Okay, so you can actually select whatever setting and then preset as your like a default setting. And so you can also control mic mute from here, and also monitor mix as well, playback and microphone. So this is something that you probably use a lot. So if you talk like as I do right now, like very close from microphone, then you can actually select near. But if you change to far, so this is a setting where you put the microphone far away from you. So let's see how it differs. So I'm gonna change it to far. So how does it sound? My guess is it's gonna increase the volume a little bit. That's my guess, but let me know what you think. Near. So how does it sound? There's also setting for tone, and so now we have natural tone, and we also have a dark and bright. So dark means basically enhancing the bass sound. The bright enhances the midtone as well. So let's see how it changes. So what about dark? So how does it sound? Is it different? Like I'm curious to see like how my voice actually changes. Let's go back to move to like a bright side. Okay, bright. How does it sound? In theory, I think this one really suits to the voice. I think because most of the voice actually is in the range of mid tones and high tone. But anyway, let me know what you think. I guess I'm gonna just stick to natural at this point. You can also go to manual mode. So you can also control mic mute, also change the mic gain. So now it's set as like a 36 decibel. Default is 27, but I find it 27 decibel was a little too weak, and so I actually increased the mic gain to 36 decibel. And so this is not condenser microphone, dynamic microphone. So I heard that condensed microphone has more sensitivity, so this one doesn't have much sensitivity. So I think it's okay to just increase the mic gain a little bit. So we also have EQ. So EQ, this is a flat. We also have setting high pass, which basically is reducing the bass. So let's try it. How does it sound? I hope you feel the difference, but I don't know. Let me know in the comment below. We also have something like presence boost. So this actually boosts the voice. Does it? I hope it kind of changes, but yeah, this is a setting. But also we have this combination of previous 2 things. So high pass and presence boost. Do you realize any difference? My liking is flat, actually. So I tested everything, but I didn't really quite like every single thing. So I kind of went back to this one, flat. So I think this very sounds natural. So yeah. You can also set the limiter if you like, I don't know, if you're playing game and like sometimes you shouts and stuff like that, and this is gonna help. You can also control compressor setting, light, medium, and heavy, and as your setting. And you can also preset these setting as well. So you can actually save or manage presets, stuff like that. I think this is a good range of like a control that you can actually have in the app. So I use it quite often. Actually, I forgot to compare to the other microphone. So before getting this one, I was using Rode Video Micro for my camera. Okay, so let's switch to the Rode Video Micro. All right, so now it's a Rode Video Micro. So how does it sound? Obviously, the Rode Video Micro is on top of my camera, so it's kind of far away compared to this one. But how does it sound? Let's go back to MV7. Okay, so how does it sound? I hope you can kind of hear the difference between the microphone on the camera versus this kind of different type of microphone. So to wrap up this conversation, let's talk about what I liked about, also what I kind of didn't like about. There's are two main things that I really like about this microphone, which is ease of use, but also sound quality. Ease of use. This is so easy to use actually. I really like about having the flexibility between USB but also XLR mode. Right now I don't have XLR like environment, so I just plug this into my computer and now I'm good to go. And I can record podcast, video anytime with a simple setting. I don't need to like check the mic gains and stuff like that. So I really like about the simplicity of like implementation. I also really like about this easy control on especially the touch control. It's really nice not having dealing with like mechanical buttons and stuff like that. So I really like that. And sound quality, I'm happy with what it is. I think it's just it's a great sound quality in my opinion. I didn't apparently compare to other microphones like a Blue Yeti or other dynamic microphone, but to me like this is good enough for my production, so I'm really happy about it. What I didn't like about is there's a couple of things too. The first thing is that micro USB. I mean, come on. I mean, it's a late 2020. Who wants to use micro USB? I wish this was USB Type C, and but it's not. So I really don't appreciate that. The second thing is the volume. As I mentioned before, the default setting 27 decibel was small, but even after I set this as 36 decibel, which is maximum, it's not as big as I expected. So I always have to like adjust my volume later in the video production. So that's kind of like that adds a little bit more work for me to complete the video. So I wish I can have more control, especially around the volume control. So I guess those two things are the one that I want to see improvement in the next iteration. But overall, I like this microphone, and I hope you do really enjoy this video, and I hope you learn a thing or two, and I hope I was able to help you to determine this microphone is good for you. So let me know if you have any comments. I can answer your question as much as I can. So yeah, feel free to let me know. So that's been it. It was good to see you, and see you in the next video. Sayonara.